Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's talk Cardano, kind of get in a little afternoon discussion, whether or not you're watching this video right now or a little bit later in the evening. A couple things I want to share with you guys. And first, we're going to talk Cardano and why I'm excited right now, because not only is what Cardano doing good, we're talking about other cryptos that are going to possibly kind of rise all tides right now as we look at some tailwinds that we might be having across the board as we get out of this lagging market where everything is weighing us down. I want to talk about my thoughts, a couple things within ADA. We'll get into some of the technicals. This will be a quick video, so make sure you stick around to the end. If you guys are new here, awesome. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join us on the channel. But let's talk ADA here, because there are a couple things that we need to bring up. First off, not only have they been basically dropping over 40% in the last month, it's been a horrible kind of inverse relationship with the market sentiment and the price action that we've had with a lot of top cryptos within the market. Okay, now when I'm telling you guys these numbers, please keep in mind none of this is financial advice. Always be sure to do your own research and due diligence. But as we continue that narrative, we have probably the most pro-crypto environment to trade in and to be investors in. And if you were around in 2021, 2017, we had the movement, but we didn't have this regulation conversation. We didn't have this this sentiment across the board, not just within the government, but also within other crypto influential people. Okay. We'll talk a little bit about that. Some of the technicals that I am looking, phase 2 of that Elliott wave pattern that we are seeing. That's going to be something as we look for a bullish breakout. Keep that in mind. Also, Cardano setting higher highs and higher lows. That's something over the last 5 days that has been very exciting to watch. But it's still one of those cryptos right now. And I'm going to remind you guys, when Cardano was trading at around 25 cents, everybody said the same thing. Crypto traders are being very greedy right now, okay? Instead of celebrating the fact that we've almost essentially 4x'd in a shorter period of time than pretty much any other traditional financial vehicle can get you there, where Cardano, if you look back a couple years, they were trading under 25 cents. And now as Cardano hovers around 80 cents, give or take, we were over $1 a little bit earlier in this year. Why are we not happy with that? No one's content, and always stay hungry, always stay present in your focus. But this is something where, as we look into the next era of Cardano, we have a couple big bullish momentum things that are going to potentially really push this envelope even further. I think Hoskinson, in reality, I think he's kind of my hunch on this one. I think he's sitting on some very privy to information. Okay, I think that there's some closed door conversations that are going on. I think Hoskinson is fully aware. I think that being in the strategic reserve, however that does develop, is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, we talk ETFs, we talk institutional involvement, the big players, right? We talk BlackRock, Grayscale, and that's just to name the two big boys out there in the room. But there are 10 plus entities that are fully pushing crypto. As we talk about custodial, we talk about the ability to pass crypto on to their clients. I think this is something where we talk about the new era in cryptocurrency, where we're kind of the guys left behind, right? The 5% that's been in the market since it started, that's kind of where we look at adoption numbers growing, but we are potentially going to become the minority, all right, in this whole conversation. Which, is that a good thing? Maybe. We'll give it a strong maybe, because I do think that the institutions being involved does kind of convolute the whole argument to be made that crypto is going to explode. But as it stands with Cardano, super bullish. I really like what Hoskinson is doing in the approach. He's getting involved, and it's not a territorial thing. And that's one of the reasons why I did get involved with Cardano from the get, is because it's why it was one of the first cryptos I ever bought, was because I did appreciate the more scientific approach that he does take. It's not the rah, get your pom-poms out, my crypto's going to the moon, that we do see with a lot of other cryptos, where they applaud their own technologies, they boast it versus others. Yes, Cardano, obviously within Hoskinson leaving Ethereum, so on and so forth, sure. But there has been some grace in the conversation, because Hoskinson and team are looking and really applauding what the efforts have been from XRP and Brad Garlinghouse. And at least for my holdings, guys, we'll just be fully transparent. If XRP, Cardano, come in the top 5 and they really explode, and this is something where they kind of set themselves from the rest of the apart from the rest of the pack, I'll be happy with that. I'm sure you guys will be as well, because if you are subscribed to my channel, you do know what cryptos we talk about pretty religiously here every single day. But just kind of my thoughts on ADA for the day. I really do think Hoskinson is sitting on some very privy information that I think a lot of crypto traders and enthusiasts maybe know about, but maybe not. I think a lot of it is baked in, maybe priced into it. That's kind of what we saw with XRP getting the big news, within the settlement dropping, and the price for less than 10%, in my opinion, was just a little bit of a nothing burger. So I think that right now it's important to just understand why you're in crypto. Where is your exit strategy within Cardano? Are you in it for the long haul? Do you want to swing it? Whatever you want to do within that, please keep in mind that you have to do what's best for you. But for me, guys, I'm a holder. 2029, 2030 has been my outlook since day one, where we could see Cardano getting up as high as $4 or $5, and then obviously the $9 to $12 price target that a lot of people do have, that I do share. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at. It's important to understand the sentiment overall. The markets are gloomy. Fear and greed is still down. Bitcoin's just, I feel like they're just being held back, ready to explode. It's been kept down way too long. For the steam that we had, we're either going to get a big giant capitulation that just the whole market collapses. But with the steam that we have coming, the pro regulation, the pro legislature, and all of the moving parts that just, I mean, you have huge people financially talking about crypto that never once did before. And if that's not enough to turn the tables, I don't quite frankly know what will be. I think that this is another reason why I'm optimistic, not just for Cardano, but for the state of the entire cryptosphere. So I wanted to make this video kind of tell you guys what I'm sitting on. I do want to echo what I said earlier. I think Hoskinson is sitting on something pretty large and substantial in terms of information. I got that inclination, and when we saw Garlinghouse kind of keep his mouth shut through the process with an XRP, but then watching his interviews, kind of knew it all along. Okay, so I do think there's a little bit more that's not being said. Leave a comment down below. Do you agree with me? What do you guys think that may be? I want to know your thoughts on this, but still bullish on Cardano. Let's take the recent TA, and hopefully this momentum that we have coming from the markets right now rides through the weekend and deeper into the end of Q1 and beyond. So that's what I got. Appreciate you all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. Also, we do have some channel sponsors. If you want to start trading on BTCC, links down below for that. Come trade with me on that exchange, spot and futures trading, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.